So a question I've been noticing that's been coming up more and more recently is, what is a driver's car? And the term driver's car has been used for a really long time, but I've noticed very few places actually define it, or define it well in my eyes. So my goal here is to define what is a driver's car, at least in my eyes. I've done some poking around on what really makes a driver's car, and a few places give some definitions. Car Throttle says a driver's car is one that sacrifices very little in the pursuit of speed and offers few creature comforts. Now, I don't know if they're saying both of these need to be true, but I know that I disagree with both of them. And not because a driver's car can't be these things, but just because I don't think those define one. As a counterexample, the Model S Plaid I would not consider to be a driver's car. There's little to no feel. It's just one of those cars where you step on the gas and hang on. On the other side of the spectrum, we used to have this 1979 MGB, and that car was not fast. It maybe had 60 or 70 horsepower and probably a top speed of 80 miles an hour, but that was absolutely a driver's car. And I think that right there disqualifies the statement that a driver's car sacrifices very little in the pursuit of speed. Anyway, enough about that statement being true or false, and more on to what I think makes a driver's car. And really what it comes down to is connection, feel, driver input, driver feedback. What kind of experience are you getting out of the car? And maybe a little imperfection. That MG was not by any means reliable, and it almost killed me in the Nevada desert. That's a story for another day though. Imperfection isn't necessarily just about reliability, because it can mean driver performance as well. I want to be able to make mistakes. I don't want the car saving me every second, or taking away control. I want to get feedback through the steering wheel, through the suspension, through the brakes. It's kind of about being one with the car. Some more personal examples, the E36 behind me, which is not really in the place that I want it to be. I think I said before that I wanted it done by May-ish, well, painted, and it's still in the sanding phase. Yeah, it's a project car. What do you expect? Anyway, that's another example of what I think is a driver's car. It's slow, it's raw, it has very minimal traction control, the steering is very firm. My F30, on the other hand, is much quicker, but I can turn that steering wheel with my pinky, and I get very little feedback. It's better than a lot more modern cars, and that automatic transmission just seems to do exactly what I want it to do all the time. It's sporty. I would not consider it a driver's car. So that last statement in mind, that does beg the question, does it need to be a manual? I figured this one was gonna be a big one for people, and I would imagine people to say yes, yes, yes. I'm gonna say no though. I don't think it does have to be a manual. I'm not saying it's not a factor. In fact, it's probably one of the biggest factors on the list. I would say it's very difficult to make a driver's car out of an automatic. So that aside, what features specifically make a driver's car? And I'm not talking about the things I was talking about before, like connection, feel. What features are weighed to make a driver's car? Well, the manual transmission to me is number one on weight, like naturally aspirated engines, a good sounding exhaust, clean hydraulic steering, or a heavier electronic steering. Convertibles are huge because you can just feel the raw experience around you. And this is more of a lack of a feature, and that's really driver controls and assistance. Anyway, all of these things really are just about returning all of the control and power to the driver. A lot of modern cars are taking a lot of these away and pretty much driving for us, and that's not the point. So modern cars in mind, here's a very tricky question, and can an electric car be a driver's car? And I'm gonna focus on that first word, can. Can an electric car be a driver's car? Short answer, yes. An electric car can be a driver's car. However, I believe this is very rare and only one of them comes to mind, and that's the original Tesla Roadster. Most EVs focus heavily on those creature comforts. They detach you from the experience, and they provide a lot of driver assistance. Some of them are introducing fake sounds and artificial feedback, but once again, it's artificial. The driver's car is supposed to feel real. The original Tesla Roadster offered all of those things with very minimal driver's assistance. I believe it was based on the Lotus Elise chassis. So it handled, it offered feedback, it offered full control over that electric motor. And that's really what it would come down to if somebody wanted to offer an electric driver's car. Give the control to the driver. Give them the experience. Now, do I think this is likely to happen? Yeah, why not? But those are the things that it'll take. Otherwise, I'm going to refer to them as everybody else does. They're appliances. They're great. They do the job. All right, so all rants aside, what's the bottom line? It's not about speed. It's not about lap times. It's not about creature comforts or lack thereof them. It's not about features or individual features. It's about connection. I want to feel like I'm one with the car. I want to go for a drive through the countryside to a coffee shop, feel the engine's heartbeat, feel the engagement of the gears in every shift, or I want to push something hard on the track, timing every brake point and gear change. I want to be able to mess up. I want that to be on me and not just the car doing all the work. But once again, it can be all of these things, as long as there's a strong connection between you and the car. So that's that. I'd really love to hear what you define as a driver's car. Maybe you have some examples. Maybe you disagree with some of the things that I said. Give me another example of an EV driver's car. I'd love to go drive one. Put those down in the comments, and if you want to see me try to restore this thing, which I will do eventually, or just other things about cars and photography, hit the subscribe button. I think you knew where I was going with that. And I'll see you in the next video.